What is up, everyone? My name is Socrates11. Today we're back with a UU Live. This UU Live is when I saw the drops, I was thinking, oh, we're gonna get Mega Alakazam and UU, and I'm gonna abuse the ever-living fuck out of that. However, that's definitely not the case. Okay, so thing being is that I don't really know what to, like, I decided to go with a Life Orb Magic Art, so I'm still using the same Zam set. I think I changed Encore to Calm Mind. That might be about it. And then we have a Defensive Crook, which is enough speed investment to outspeed Defensive Arcanine. Swords Dance for Alligator, which had Substitute, but I changed that to Aqua Jet because this thing was actually meant to beat Vaporeon and Suicune 101. So you can set up a sub interface, and then I have 48 speed FEV, so you can actually take a +2 skull from Suicune without it breaking your sub. So that's the thing. You have Cobalion. Cobalion, just a general threat. This is a Sugar Berry Magnetized variant. Rose Combat, Iron Head, Volt Switch. Magnetization doesn't do that much since we already have a Sugar Berry. It's kind of redundant, but I still feel safer with having Magnetize on there for some reason, really. Other thing being is Salamence. Salamence is a Life Orb, Draco, Fire Blast variety, and then we have a Choice Scarf or Manatan just for killing purposes, really. So, without any further ado, we're just gonna jump into a battle. I'm just gonna cut until I find one. So we found an opponent, which is Jonas29. He's a very, his team is kind of standard, and then there's a Luxray. The Mega Houndoom is kind of weird, I guess. Basically looking like he's going to lead with Donphan. What I can do is, if I had Substitute on Gator right here, this game would have been probably a lot easier. But what I can do is just lead with Salamence right here, and he's gonna lead with Donphan. That's fine. We got all the Intimidate on this thing, and I can just play Draco Meteor, really. He hangs out on a Sturdy, that's fine. Maybe he is a okay, so it goes for knockoff, that works. Maybe he's a Custep Berry variant, but he turns out not to be, so I can just go for Draco Meteor. And Donphan's gone. Donphan being gone opens up, well, not necessarily Cobalion, but it does mean that Crook can have more fun against his team. I'm just gonna Roost. Okay, so he goes for a Quick Attack, which is the odd, straight up weird, but I'm not sure how to go around this guy though. I don't even know this thing's stats. So we go with Luxray. It doesn't have great defensive stats. I'm just gonna go in a Crook right here and fire off either an Earthquake or a knockoff, but I just feel like clicking Earthquake right here. It feels like a much safer play to do, and hence we do. So I'm kind of debating whether I want to stick, but I really want to keep this thing healthy, keep this thing alive, so I'm just going to go to Mega Alakazam right here, and this skull is not going to be doing all that much. I thought it wouldn't do that much. Apparently it does do a whole lot. What I can do is just Side Shock right here, and that actually takes out the Vaporeon. I didn't expect Alakazam to be that strong. I thought I needed a Calm Mind to actually kill it, but judging from that damage, that Vaporeon might have been offensive. I have legitimately no idea, but I'm just going to set up a Calm Mind right here as he goes for a Tri Attack, and that actually doesn't take me out, so that's really good. So we get out the +1 Side Shock, and that doesn't do as much as I would have liked. But we can go into Cobalion right here, and I'm just going to fire off a Close Combat, which doesn't even take it out. Wow. That can no 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 no. Aw, bollocks. I really want to click Volt Switch right there, so I could go into Croak and then knock off. So that was guaranteed a misclick. I mean, that was just definitely a misclick. Now we're into Croak, and we can knock. And this allows Cobalion to actually be able to guarantee to a KO this monstrosity. Puts us in a slightly better position, but now that we've lost that guy, it's actually just kind of bad. I'm gonna go into Koba, and just gonna click Close Combat right here, even though he's more than likely gonna go out into Salamence, which he actually doesn't, and this thing still lives. This thing still lives, meaning that I can Volt Switch right here, and straight up go out into my Darm, because it hits everything for super effective damage. Well, Luxray doesn't. Yeah, Luxray probably dies to an Earthquake. I like to think Luxray dies to an Earthquake. My computer's starting to make a lot of noise right now. Hopefully you can't really hear that, but you probably can. But I'm just gonna go for Rock Slide, and I crit the Salamence, which is pretty big. Not gonna lie, that crit is pretty big. Gonna go into Cobalion, because I still feel like I have more use for Darm, because it's Scarf. Obviously that speeds to Houndoom and can more than likely take it out. I'm just gonna go for a Close Combat right here, just to get some damage off the Luxray. That's great. He's gonna go for Facade. That would do a lot, but Luxray goes down, and I can just go into Gator right here. I don't think Gator gets one shot by anything, so I'm just gonna click Waterfall. I mean, he can Dark Balls and then flinch me. That would be actually pretty terrible, but Gator actually wraps up this game, and the misclick fortunately didn't end up mattering. And we are slowly climbing the ladder right here. That guy was actually reasonably high, almost 1600s, and that's alright. So this guy's a Venomoth, which is somewhat scary. I like to say that's scary, but he's more likely going to lead me, and he has a couple of leads that he can go with. Kind of lead Cobalion, because we do have a Sugar Berry, and even if he wants to Mega Revolve right here, then that's fine, which he doesn't. And now we can Volt or Iron Head. What's a better play here? I just want Iron Head. He goes for Fire Blast. That does a lot. Not sure if Mouse Mike can actually take me out from this range or not. If he goes Mienshao, we see a Life Orb, then that would be fine, but seeing that he goes in a Chandelure, I'm kind of expecting this guy to be a Scarf variant. I have still so much use for Cobalion. I mean, it kind of kills Sylveon. It can probably take a hit from Venomoth. So what I can do is just go into my resist, quote-unquote resist, because if this thing is specs, then this is going to hurt a lot. But he goes for Shadow Ball. That works too. So I can now just click Draco Meteor really, and he's more than likely going to go into Sylveon. If he's Scarf, then he's just going to stay in, and then it can go to Crook and spam. Okay, that's really unfortunate, because that would have been good damage off on the Mammoth Swing. He goes for an Ice Shard. That's alright. Now we can go into Cobalion. That Draco Meteor would have done a lot. I mean, no, I don't want to be that guy who calcs that. But he goes in Chandelure. Actually kind of predictable, really. But I'm just gonna fire off a Volt Switch right here, because I don't think this guy is Scarf. And I'm gonna go into Crocodile right here, because he fired out Shadow Ball last time. Well, he's more than likely gonna fire off a Flamethrower right here. Unfortunately, he does that. But what we can do now is actually bluff like that we're faster, or we're fast Crocodile, which we're not. So I can just click Pursuit here and hopefully kill it, which we don't. That's unfortunate. But if I would have gone up Rocks there, then probably Gator could sweep when it sets up an SD. Gator kind of sweeps in general, like pretty badly. I'm gonna go in a Darm, and what I can do right here is just actually fire off a Rock Slide. I'm trying to lure the problem to my team apparently, but we almost take it out. That's super unfortunate. This Chandelure turned out to be like max HP or something. So Darm is guaranteed dead. He goes into Mienshao, which is noodles. And now we're going to see whether this thing is Choice Scarf or not. It's definitely Choice Scarf, so that's good. I mean, that's not bad. And looks like Cobalion can also put in a lot of work right now. Just gonna go into Cobalion right now. If Sylveon has Choice Scarf, then so be it. But I'm just gonna fire off a Iron Head right here. Hopefully we can get a flinch, because we definitely need some luck to actually win this game. And I'm just gonna fire off another Iron Head right here. Still Chocoberry, that's fine. But he goes out into his Mienshao. And that's pretty bad, I'd like to say. I'm not sure how bulky Venomoth is though. But I'm just gonna fire off another Iron Head because I can't really do much against it. I can go in a Zam right here, and he probably thinks I'm like Sash or something, so he's gonna sack his Star, and I'm not even sure whether Alakazam dies too. Oh, you Life Orb. And there we go, Mienshao, and we go Choice Scarf Shao. U-turn guaranteed Okos actually, so that's pretty bad. But he still thinks that I am a Sash variant, so that's good. And I can fire off a Side Shock right here. He goes for an Ice Shard. He goes double Ice Shard apparently, so because that's it's the same play as going Earthquake. But he wants to kill me right here with the Ice Shard, and I think I set up an SD right here. I'm just gonna set up an SD right here. Okay, he doesn't go Ice Shard right here. He goes for the Earth. Okay, that is gonna be hard to deal with. I think we actually lose this game because I didn't play around Chandelure as well as I wanted to. And he goes in a Buggy. Buggy actually outspeeds us, so I go for an Aqua Jab. That actually doesn't even take it out. So if I would have had Rock Summon, then SD Gator would have put in a lot of work. But unfortunately, we don't. We're encountering a lot of people that are in the 1600s, but we found a new one already against Lola Alamomola, which isn't using an Alamomola. Contradictions, ladies and gentlemen. Contradiction. Looks like Zam can put in a lot of work, and the Suicune is just a problem for my team in general. I'm gonna lead with Mance again, as he leads with Kong. Probably him going for an Ice Punch on me, really. But what I can do is just fire off a Draco Meteor right here, and that is 60%, and this Ice Punch is going to hurt, but I don't... Oh! Okay. Actually kills. That means is I can go into Zam. Zam can fire off a good Side Shock, good decent hit on here, and he has Mach Punch, which is odd, really. Fury more than likely coming in. No, he actually goes into Suicune, it's fine because I can set up a Calm Mind in this thing's phase. And he's going to set up a Calm Mind of his own. I'm going to set up one more Calm Mind, and then I'm going to just spam Side Shock from here. So he goes into his Fortress. That's definitely his best play right there. And I can just go for a Shadow Ball accordingly and actually take this thing out. So there we go. If he doesn't have anything that speeds me, he loses right here. Because, yeah, there we go. So he realized he'd lost because he doesn't have anything that speeds me. His Haxorus is more than likely not Scarf. Which Scarf Haxorus is okay, but it's not as good as a Swords Dance set or a Dragon Dance set. Swords Dance set is probably the best one because it breaks a lot. So we're just gonna look for one more game, And I think that will be the last one as well. We're just gonna wrap it up because I'm not sure how this audio sounds because my computer is making an awful lot of noise, and I'm not sure how my new microphone actually responds to that kind of behavior. Hopefully the background noise is fine as well. But we're just gonna cut until we find one. So we're back against what? And this guy's the NON-mega, which is always scary, really. He's quite weak to Darm once I get off damage on the Milotic, which is easier said than done, admittedly. And what I can do is just lead with Capellion, as he leads with Aggron, and what I can do is just full switch out, go out into my Crocodile, and then just set up Self Rocks, because that's probably the best play to ever make right here. We don't fear your T-Wave, so we're just gonna exchange rocks right here, and I think it weakens his team a lot more than it weakens mine, but he goes for Toxic, so he's double status. Not sure how I feel about that. And Heavy Slam doesn't do anything to me at all, so I can just fire off another Earthquake. I mean, I could very well click Knockoff right here, but he goes in a Bat. That works too. I mean, I'm not necessarily or particularly worried about this Bat, because it already showed Black Sludge, so he's more than likely going to go for a... Okay, I thought he'd defog right here, but he goes for a Knockoff. That kind of works. What we can do now is I can go on a Gator or Darm, but I don't want Darm to take as much the recoil damage. Both our rockers are almost gone. I really want to keep up my rocks because NON-mega is squat weak to it, and then he uses Elements and a Crobat that are both weak to it. So what I can do is Gator. And if he switches out right here, then he loses his Crobat. If he stays in, he loses his Crobat. So he's definitely going to lose his Crobat. I expected this Crobat to be his Defogger because it does Black Sludge, and then there's Salamence that can also do stuff to me. But I'm just gonna set up an SD right here because I don't care. Okay, I don't care. Just gonna fire off a Crunch. See how much damage that does, and he actually Dragon Tails me out into Darmanitan, which is possibly the worst mon he could have Dragon Tailed me out into. But we're just gonna switch, and just gonna go into Zam right here, and he's gonna go for that Recover. Unfortunately, we don't have what's it called, Encore. But we have Calm Mind, and I'm just going to pick Calm Mind right here, as he more than likely wants to... Okay, he wants to Scald us, that's fine. Because what this means is that... well, he can't really damage us that much anymore. But he's going to Dragon Tails out. He gets a crit, that's unfortunate, but I don't think that necessarily matters a whole lot. And what I can do right here is Rock Slide, and that should kill, right? No, it doesn't actually kill. So, gonna go into Men's, because Men's is the only thing that doesn't really care about the status that's being tossed its way. And, this Milotic turns out to be a problem, but I'm just gonna pick Draco Meteor right here and hopefully take it. No! The Milotic, just fucking die already! Jesus! Milotic doesn't want to die today. Like, it's terrible, and now watch me miss his Draco. Okay, there we go. So, that's good. Milotic, fortunately, dies a lot later than I would have liked, but that's kind of how it goes, I guess. If he goes into Men's, I can just fire off my last hit with a Draco Meteor, and that's still gonna do a lot, even though I'm -4, because it's super effective. It's Life Orb, and he goes in Aggron. That works too. I'm just gonna fire off a Fire Blast right here, maybe even take it out. No, we don't, but we get the burn, so that still means that this guy is going to die at the end of this turn, and that's definitely something we like. I could go Darm. I really feel like going Darm. I don't want to go Gator because that kind of feels like my win con, as is Cobalion actually, so I'm just gonna go into Alakazam right here because it feels like the most expendable member on my team. Goes into Omega, which is an odd play because that takes so much damage. So Yan Mega, right? So Yan Mega, let's say Speed Boost, and then we go with Feraligatr, and then use Swords Dance. We don't have Substitute, we have Aqua Jet, and Aqua Jet does not kill. I kind of expected that to kill, to be fair. Gonna go into Koba straight away. Maybe Specs, that would be pretty bad. Okay, he does turn out to be Specs, and he gets the drop, which means that we die afterwards. What do I sack here? That's the real question. I'm gonna sack Darm right here. That's really unfortunate that you got the drop right there, because wait, aren't we faster? Yeah, it was faster anyway, so what am I doing? I'm playing terrible today. Not sure what it is, but he's gonna go into Florges. That works because that does a lot of damage. Damn, I thought maybe if I set up a Calm Mind, then I can try and kill it, but that's not even necessary. So he goes down his Yanmega, that's fine. I mean, I can just Side Shock right here because your choice Specs, and it speeds you, and he goes into this guy, which I can Dazzling Gleam and then kill. Life Orb Alakazam, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna grab one more, just to prove how okay this game is. I mean, Life Orb Zam putting in the work. Gonna lead with Darm because it speeds everything on the team apart from Scarf thingy. Are you naturally faster? No, you're not. I'm just gonna Rock Slide right here as he goes into Crocodile, which is straight up a bad play. I should have U-turned right there, but sometimes I'm a very I wouldn't say emotional player, but oh, he goes for Pursuit, which does an awful lot of damage to me. What we can do right now is actually fire off a knockoff on the probably incoming Whimsicott. So there we go, we fire off that thing and he loses his Life Orb, which means this is definitely an offensive variant, and I can go into my Cobalion as he goes for a Giga Drain. Probably predicting my Iron Head, he's gonna go out into a counter, so I just go for Close Combat right there, and I like to think that that's Scarf. I like to think that's Scarf. What's he gonna go for though? I'm just gonna go Mens as my save leeway. I mean, he could Volt Switch right here. I was very tempted going to Croak, but I didn't want that to take an overheat, obviously. This thing doesn't have speed, and I don't really have anything that wants to take a Moonblast from this guy, so do I let Mens go down? That's the question. It would be nice for defogging away the Toxic Spikes, but I'm just gonna let it stay in because I didn't have a switch in for it, and now Aggron comes in and takes an awful lot of damage from that. So I'm just gonna Fire Blast again. He's gonna go and Rotom Heat, and what that means is that he's more than likely gonna go for a Volt Switch, so I can just go for into Crook. Maybe he wants to overheat right here, but that play would not make any sense. So what we can do here is just Pursuit Trap this thing and kill it. There we go. So this guy is making really fast plays, and I don't mind that actually. 364, 372, so Sam's faster. That's good to know. And we're just gonna go Immense. Sack it, because once again I don't have to switch in for this thing, which is an odd thing to say. I don't have anything for a Whimsicott. It feels weird, okay? Feels weird. What I can do is just click for Flare Blitz right here. yeah, the tentacle play was kind of obvious. Maybe I should have Earthquake right there. But what this means is that the threat can come in. The threat can actually come in. And what we can do is start clicking Psyshock. You can go to Crook. Alakazam, or your Life Orb, and then go with Crocodile, non-choice attacker, and then like Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam does kill this thing. We go with Aggron. That's a roll. That's actually a roll. So I'm just gonna go into Crook because this thing is my win condition. Guaranteed my win condition. As it goes for Heavy Slam, that's fine. I mean, I can just go for Earthquake right here. Maybe I should have even clicked Pursuit right there, just to bring him in range, but he can easily just fire off a Moonblast right here. I don't really have switch-ins anymore, but I kind of want to keep Crook because of the Ments. I'm just gonna go into Cobalion right here. Cobalion is more expendable than Crook, and I'm just gonna sack Cobalion really. Cobalion is always nice, but that's just unfortunate. And now he legitimately doesn't have a switch in anymore, so I can just Psyshock right here as it goes into Aggron. Aggron taking this hit like a beast, but it doesn't actually take the Shadow Ball from the amount of HP where it's at, so good thing they don't resist that anymore, but I don't think you'd be Scarf Intimidate. That wouldn't make any sense in my head, at least. So, yeah, there we go. He's gonna go to Men's. I can go into Croak because he didn't reveal anything really. I'm just gonna knock right here because that does a lot more damage to this guy, and we knock off his Choice Scarf. What that means is that we guaranteed win with Alakazam. He goes for another outrage. That's fine. That's cute. That's adorable. And now we can go in Alakazam, click Psyshock 3 times, and win this game. So there we go. Okay, actually my opponent says forfeit. So that's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully the background noise is not too bad, because otherwise I have to chuck away this entire recording. That would be terrible. But if you enjoyed, leave a like, spread the Socrates awareness that he's back, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.